Good morning everybody and welcome to today's literacy lesson. So we have been learning lots all about superheroes in the last few weeks, haven't we? And we've even gone as far as to research superheroes, supervillains, and then we've put together our very own superhero and supervillain stories, which are fantastic and really in line with our topic of superheroes at the minute. This week we're going to move our literacy learning on a little bit and we're going to still be thinking about superheroes, but we are going to be thinking about real superheroes in real life that actually at the minute in the current situation are really all around us and are doing lots and lots to make sure that our lives are as easy as possible and that we can do as many things as we possibly can in our usual way. Because these people are working so hard to do so. So at the minute, we're really lucky because we're surrounded by lots and lots of real life superheroes. Now, there's a little bit of a difference between the superheroes that we've been making up and writing about and our real life superheroes. So, for example, when we were making up our superhero, we were saying that they had special costumes, that they were able to become invisible, that they had crowns and capes. And we don't really see that in the people that we're going to be talking about today. But that is kind of just showing us that in real life, you actually can have superheroes, but they're just like you and me. They just are people who work really hard and do lots and lots of wonderful things for the people in the community and people around them and people that they don't even know. And they are just really kind, important and caring people who do these things to help us. So we're going to start thinking about real life superheroes this week. And as I'm speaking, you might already have an idea of somebody that you may know or somebody doing a job that you know is really important to us, especially at the minute. But if you don't, not to worry, excuse me, because I'm going to talk us through right now lots of different key workers. So this says thank you to our key workers. Now, key workers is a word that you may have heard, and that means that, actually I'm going to take it to the next slide. Who are our key workers in the community? So key workers are people who are performing or work in essential jobs and roles, especially in the current situation. So that means that for them, it's essential for them to do their job. And essential means extremely important. So no matter what is happening at the minute, key workers have to do their job because their jobs help the community. So without our key workers, we wouldn't be able to do the things that we're doing that are so important for the community to keep going. So now I'm just going to talk us through a few examples. Now, there are so many key workers and there are so many people doing lots of wonderful and important jobs that are really special and that all deserve recognition. We're just going to go through a few right now so that we don't take too much of our learning time. But you are going to have an opportunity later to look and think about people maybe that I haven't named just here. So, first of all, everybody that works for the NHS. So the NHS is the National Health Service. That is anybody that works for us to help keep us healthy, to help look after us if we're poorly, and that is so many jobs. So we've got paramedics, we've got midwives, we've got doctors and nurses. But we also have the people who help those guys to do their jobs. So we have people, we say like admin, so people, receptionists, who help get all your information, who give the information to the doctors and nurses. We have healthcare assistants who support the doctors and nurses to do their jobs. We have pharmacists, those are the people who give out the medicine. We have the cleaning teams in the hospitals. They help to clean everything to make sure that it's so nice and clean for us all, to keep it extra safe if anyone needed to go there. We have the people who wash everything, so the bed sheets and the like dressing gowns that you may need to wear if people are in there. All of these people give all of their time to help make sure that hospitals, dentists, all of these places that look after any of us. If you needed an eye test, it would be people in Specsavers. All of these people who help to look after us and keep us healthy are essential key workers, because they are having to work to make sure that we all stay healthy, and that if we got poorly or we needed anything, that they're there to help us. Postal and delivery teams. So throughout this, we've all continued to receive our post. We've all had deliveries of parcels or things that we may need. Some people have had to have their food shopping delivered if they are not able to get out to the shops. So these have been really important because they've got all of our important posts, which really is important. They've got parcels, which could have really important things in them, all essential items, which means things we really need, as well as food, which of course is really important, because some people, if they can't get to the shops, they may need to make sure that they have their food delivered. But all of these people have gone to work to make sure that they're giving this back to the community. Essential shops. So this is where we're able to go out and we're able to get food, we're able to get medicine. All of these shops have continued to open. So these lovely people have gone to work every day and made sure that there's plenty of food for us. They've helped us to buy our food. They've helped to keep us safe while we're shopping for our food. They've helped us to get our medicine. They've helped so many different ways. People to put their shopping in their bags. They may have even helped people to take their shopping to their cars or outside. They've collected in the trolleys for us, cleaned them for us. They have done so much work to make sure that we are able to go out as usual as possible. They're trying to make it as normal as possible, that we can go out and buy our food and all of our essential items. So we're so thankful. Factory teams. So the factories have all been open during this. Factory teams have been putting together. They've been making masks that will keep us safe. So they've had to work even harder because they're making things we didn't necessarily need before. But they're also still there making sure that all of our food is packaged, making food, all of those important jobs that go on behind the scenes before the food gets to the shops has carried on happening. So we're so thankful to the factory teams. Councils. So councils, all of the people who work for the councils have continued to work where they can. So that might be our bin people, so who come and collect the bins and the rubbish. That means that we don't have our bin bags outside, haven't just been left there. They've been coming, they've been collecting them, they've been doing what they need to do with those to help keep us all safe. We've had people doing extra services, so cleaning like bus stops and all of those public things that need to be used. We've also had road workers still working, because all of these things mean people need journeys. So people need to get to work, the food needs to be transported, the food needs to get to the shops. All of these are set, the medicine needs to get there. So we need our roads to be nice and safe so that all of these things can still happen. So they are also some key workers that we are thankful to. Transport. So we've got lorry drivers who are transporting food all over. We've got taxi drivers who are helping people, the key workers, to get to work. Bus drivers who are helping. Train drivers. So many people coming together in the community to help us to keep life as normal as possible and to make sure that all of us get the things that we really need at this time. So there are many, many, many more key workers that you may have thought of already, but that's just a few to cover. So your literacy task today is to choose a key worker of your choice. It doesn't have to be somebody that I've already spoke about. It could be any of your choice. You're then going to research this key worker. I want you to find out everything about them, such as what they do, why is their job so important, and what are some parts of their job. You know, we have police, we have dentists, fire people, milkmen, so many that I haven't mentioned still, but I want you guys to really think about this. And then I'd like you to add any more information that you find about them. I will leave a link to Kiddle for you to use to do this research, but it might be that you ask your family as well, or brothers and sisters who might be able to help you to tell them information about what these key workers do, or the key worker that you choose, what they do. And I'd just like you to research as much as possible to tell me information about them, and that will help us with our work a bit later in the week once you know these things. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoy.